All right, everyone, we'll start with Aubrey Kingsbury, the first keeper in league history to record a clean sheet against all 14 active clubs. We'll start with Andre.
Ooh, I like that stat. Actually
Same with
wanted
the
to talk
intro.
wanted to talk about the clean sheet. I'm sure there was probably some good and some frustrating in this game, but the good was certainly keeping a team as powerful as high powered as Kansas City to a clean sheet, even going down a player. So how do you reflect on the defensive performance overall?
I'm definitely proud of us. We'll take the point. Being down a player for sure. It's kind of like a victory in our heads. But yeah, a solid effort today. I think we did a good job to limit their opportunities. Everyone was committed to defending as a unit. Definitely got some help. I think a couple goal line clearances there from Tara and maybe Esme. But yeah, solid effort, and really we even had some chances to win it at the end. So overall, I think it's a positive result, but we'll definitely learn from this one. I think we were a bit frantic, especially in the beginning, and just need to settle in and learn to play against, just an intense pressing team. They really jumped every time we tried to play centrally. So a lot to learn, but we'll take the point and get out of here.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of was watching the game. It felt like the team had quite a bit of control, and especially after in the second half, and then the red card kind of changed everything. So, how frustrating was it from your perspective? Because it looked like the team was building and could have gotten out of there with a win, and then of course the red card happens.
Yeah, we were very much in control. I thought we were playing really well. Um, yeah, I thought the first yellow was a bit soft. I didn't really get good eyes on the second, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But that's kind of how this league is. You gotta, be careful and yeah, I guess I don't know, not give the refs things to call, but I think we responded really well, and that's the most important part is, it's out of our control. So what can we do now? We are really quick to drop into a 4-4-1 and defend together throughout kind of some chaotic moments there at the end, and still had some great opportunities to counter, and even possessed it pretty well down to players. So ultimately, yeah, really proud of us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Andre.
We'll go over to Roy.
Hi, Aubrey. I wanted to ask about the clean sheets. Just thinking recently, like that is back to back. It's four, I think, since Adrian took over. Other than uh, other than the zeros on the scoreboard, what do you think it is that's contributing to, you and this back line being able to keep teams at zero?
Over the summer, we worked a lot on the foundations, I'd say, just, being committed to defending well and not just being a super fast attacking team, but just getting back to the basics and our principles, and especially defending the box. I think that was really poor for the first half of the season. A lot of silly goals off crosses, but also like maybe five penalties, a couple own goals. So um, I wouldn't say it was like this massive weakness. Like we have a really solid team front to back, but uh, just things kind of weren't going our way and we weren't committed to defending as a unit. And so I think we kind of got back to our foundations and said, we're going to defend well, we're going to attack well. Um, and I think we've just developed those connections a lot better and also are keeping the ball a bit more, which helps you to defend less. But yeah, I just attribute it to a good summer of kind of getting back to the basics and like figuring out our identity and committing to being a solid defensive team.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that maybe after Angel City or Utah in the first half, having to get back to those small things, and it
Yeah.
seems like a success so far in the second
Yeah.
half.
Well,
I did want to go back though to the beginning of the match. There was a point really early on where it seemed like you got the ball and it came loose, and you were kind of able to like wade your way to it. It seemed like you were right on the edge of the box before it got booted away. What did
yeah.
that play look like to you on the field? And I guess, how much were you thinking about like the importance of keeping them off the board really early like that?
Yeah, I haven't seen it back in my head. She kind of kicks it out of my hands. I don't know if I spill it. Hopefully she kicks it out of my hands, but um either way, kind of lost control and it was rolling out of the box, so I couldn't really use my hands again, or it could have been, a red card. So I just had that instinct of like I just need to kind of slide and kick this way. Very unconventional, but effective at the end of the day. So I'm sure I'll watch that back and, not think it's the prettiest thing I've ever done, but at the end of the day, it kept it out of the net. So proud of myself for being a little inventive there and bouncing back after a little bit of a mistake.
It did work. Thank you,
Main
Aubrey.
job, right? Keep it out of the net.
We'll go over to Luis and then wrap up with Marissa.
Hi, Aubrey Rodriguez here. How did your team manage to stay organized and disciplined against the choose a strong opponent?
Yeah, they have a ton of attacking talent. They're quick in transition, very dangerous, very dynamic. We just wanted to stay compact today and limit their counterattacks. So I think we did pretty well at just making sure we were close in rush defense and not letting them get off to the races. And then when we went a player down, we kind of dropped into a 4-4-1, just a more compact block and try to keep them outside. Because they're really good at jumping when teams play through the middle and then quickly accelerating the attack. So we kind of played into their hand a little bit in the beginning of the game, but once we started playing through the width a little bit more and away from their numbers, it limited their attack and their effectiveness.
I know sometimes a difficulty to talk to the decision for the referee, but you think maybe the red card affect the game plan the team I got today?
For sure, after you go down a player, you need to make a formational change. So we decided to do a 4-4-1. So we kind of had to pick our moments of when to attack then. So I think because of that, we had obviously one player less in possession and had to concede a little bit of possession there and just be smart about when we were going to go because we were defending a lot. We were tired. So we didn't want to kind of, everyone step out, go to goal, and then leave ourselves susceptible to the counter. But yeah, you have to kind of change. And at that point, we were content, I'd say, to kind of get out of here with the tie.
All right, Marissa, wrap us up.
Hi, Aubrey. Thanks for speaking with us tonight. Congratulations on the clean sheet in Kansas City.
Thanks.
Obviously, this is your second time playing Kansas City and playing them at their own home base. How do you feel the difference is now between playing them back in March to tonight?
Yeah, I think we played them round 3. That was really early on. It was a good match. We had our chances again there. I think they scored off a penalty kick and then a late second goal. So we felt like that was we thought the 2-0 scoreline wasn't really indicative of our performance. It felt like more of we could have, tied or even gotten a point out of that. So that was a tough one. So yeah, grateful again to get a point today. And they're a solid team. More than anything, it was an opportunity to see how we'd match up against one of the better teams in the league. And so I think we'll go back, watch video, learn from this, and definitely it'll make us better as we move forward in the season.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Aubrey.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Aubrey. We'll be right back with Gabby Carl.